So many people always ask us, what's the best way to describe Curated? And honestly, I think the best way is to actually give you guys a tour of our showroom, and really our inventory is the best way to describe what we do and who we are. So we got a couple comments recently. People wanted an inside tour. We are in the middle of, obviously, a world pandemic, so things are a little crazy, and not all of our cars are here because of different shipping issues. But this sort of describes exactly who we are, what we love, the cars we buy, and the cars that really speak to our soul. We're missing our Lamborghini Formula One car that's currently at the Lamborghini factory. The factory show car, Murcielago RGT race car, it's a bare carbon fiber car. We have an LP640, a Grigio Telesto car, a manual car that's not here. We have a Gambala Avalanche. The Shazetta V16T is currently en route to Miami, so I know everyone's asking for us to do some series of videos of that. We will, do not worry. And I think we also have a very cool pre-merger AMG that'll be joining us soon. So in addition to that, we have our incredible cars here. We just sold one of my favorite cars that we've had in a while, a 4,000-mile Murcielago Roadster. Obviously, it's a 6-speed manual car. We've probably had about 15 to 16 manual Murcielagos to date. We absolutely love these cars, and it sort of defines who we are. These are the last V12 Manual Lamborghinis. As you guys can see, we have a few Countaches here. This we just sold to a local collector. He's gonna be driving this car, very excited, 1988 and a half. And then behind it is another Countach, an earlier car, a 1985, and that car has only 2,500 original miles. I actually sold that car a few years ago. We're buying it back from a collector, and that car spent its entire life in Florida. It was delivered new in Orlando. This here is probably one of the nicest Lamborghini Countach examples I've seen in years. You know, a lot of time with these cars, you can look in the door jambs and you see all the zinc plating bolts are all, they've lost their coating. You know, you look at the dash and the seams on the dash have actually moved because of heat. You look at even the contour in the seats and, you know, the foam has lost its contour. This car has the original radio. I mean, everything about it is completely preserved. It belonged to a gentleman engineer who owned it since the 80s. 9,000-mile car, original interior, original paint. I mean, it really doesn't get better than this car. I just love having that car here, actually, because it's a testament to what we do. Preservation, originality. We just sold this car. It's absolutely insane. This is one of a handful Diablo SV Monterey editions that were produced for the world. Very rare. It's actually in blue scuro, which is a purplish color. Has bright yellow interior. That's not tan. This is a very cool car. We discovered this car, and it's going to a great collector in the Midwest who we love, and he's building a Lamborghini collection. So we're doing a few more things for him. There's an incredible car. We're doing absolutely everything on that car. Really low mileage, very rare though. Balloon white on bright red, 6-speed Murcielago, 5,000-mile car. We believe there was only ever one car produced in balloon white on bright red during that early generation for the US of the manual Murcielagos. Next to me, what can I say? A piece of Lamborghini history, one of the original American Le Mans Series Murcielago RGTs. It's just awesome to have this car here with us. It's definitely, it's one of the best sounding race car GT cars of its time, and it's been completely restored, and it's really, it looks like jewelry. That's what I love about this car. Behind us here, we've got two of the best examples of a Diablo 6.0 and a Diablo Roadster. This might be the lowest mileage Diablo 6.0 left in the world today. This car has 20 original miles. If you notice, it's a very unique color. It's the Maroni Eclipsis, which is Marrone Eclipsis, which is essentially a color Lamborghini produced for the last 42 Diablo examples made, which were the SE cars. They came in this color and the gold color. I don't know if you guys remember, we had a one-owner, 488-mile Diablo 6.0 SE in gold, That car was probably the second lowest mileage. This is definitely probably the first. And this is a stunning, stunning, stunning example out of a major collection. 1,200 original mile, 1996 Diablo Roadster. One of the lowest mileage I've seen for an early generation Diablo Roadster. These cars didn't have airbags. Very, very cool cars. One of the most special cars that we've had the opportunity to buy. We recently sold this to a big collector, very, very passionate guy who's got to actually drive and enjoy this car. This is one of the first LP400 S Series 3 cars ever produced. It was made specifically for the owner of Lamborghini at the time. The brothers were Patrick Mimran and Jean-Claude Mimran. This was Jean-Claude's car. It has some unique interior features, but what's really special about this car is two things. One, it was both the Monaco Grand Prix pace car for 1981 and 1982. They were used for different parts of the event as intervention and different cars during the races. There's a ton of iconic photos of this car in period. They actually, I think Hot Wheels produced a little a toy car that was inspired by this car. There's also toy models. So it's a piece of Lamborghini history. It's a piece of vintage Formula One history. What's also special about this car is we're doing a preservation restoration. So it's original paint, original interior. We're gonna change the carpets, do a few small things, but the car has 4,000 original miles. So our goal here is just to go through the details and bring it back to life. The engine's currently out of it. We're doing a full rebuild in the engine. This is gonna be an incredible car when you see it shown maybe Monterey next year, we'll see. So I don't know if you can see in the back, one of the cars we specialize in is Miuras. We have 3 Miuras here today. We have an SV, a P400, and another SV that we recently sold. So we love those cars. It's part of my DNA. It's something that I've been around since a kid. We also have a stunning US F40. You can see behind that we have an incredible Enzo. This is a car that we sold a few months ago. We're just doing a few service things for the guy. Another 550 Barchetta that we just sold. That's actually a prototype car. 550 Barchetta with low miles. And then obviously here is our SE30 Yoda. Obviously, this sold to our personal collection. This was actually the first real factory Yoda that was ever imported into the US. We had Yodas before, but they were kits that were converted later. Still very cool cars and very rare. We recently, somebody actually asked us, like, how many SE30s have you had? We've had a few. We love these cars. There's actually only 11 purple metallic SE30s that were produced for North America. I believe we've had, to date, we've owned 4 of them. This is actually a one-off car. It was the only car produced with full cream leather. We chased this car for a while, really incredible example. And we love the SE30. It is really Lamborghini's F40. Probably one of my favorite Ferraris ever built, the Ferrari 512M. The US cars were all numbered. They only built 75 for the US. That's a one-owner car with 6,400 original miles. It is a testament to truly the passion that the former owner had for the car. He passed away, unfortunately. We bought it from his estate. Original tires, original paint, books, tools, records. He even covered the carpet in plastic sort of sheeting so no stains or oils would get on the carpet. It's just absolutely perfect. Original radio, original exhaust. Probably one of the best 512Ms left in the US today, left in the country today. Also, as you can see, an XJ15 behind us, and behind you, one of our XJ220 examples. We've had to date probably, I want to say about 9 cars. We've owned 2 blue cars, I think 6 or 7 silver cars. This is another very low mileage example, 2,200 miles. We actually have 3 other XJ220s here. They're all here for various stages of restoration or preservation, or cars that we've sold that we're just finishing up. Hey, that is the best way for me to describe Curated. Wanted to give you guys a tour. Thank you guys so much. Want to give you a little sort of insight. As you can see, really everything here is vintage Lamborghinis, Ferrari supercars. We do also have another car that I love, In the back, we have an incredible low mileage Dino and an incredible Alfa Romeo 8C, one of 500 produced for the world, but essentially you can see what our DNA is. It's specialty, vintage supercars, and really, really high quality cars. Thank you guys so much for watching.